A lot of nurses are worried because people say NCLEX is harder now because of the introduction of NGN. So if you've ever heard NGN, about NGN, and you felt some type of fear in your spirit, you need to calm down. Next generation NCLEX is not harder now. You just need to understand what it's actually testing, and then you realize that it's very predictable. So the entire NCLEX has been redesigned not to trick you, not to make success impossible, but to train your clinical judgment. Nobody's expecting you to memorize anything, be it definitions or lab values. NGN is testing, can you look at a couple of patients and determine who is more pressing? Or can you look at the scenario and determine what to do as a nurse that prioritizes safety? So new nurses were discovered to be struggling with clinical judgments, so much memorizing, so much recalling, but an inability to make safe decisions under pressure. And that's basically why NGN was introduced. Now, what is this NGN? NGN is pretty much an updated version of the NCLEX that focuses on your clinical judgments and uses case studies to simulate real patient care. And this time around, it's unlike SATA, you get partial credit to whatever options you pick right, rather than filling the entire question because you missed out the select all that apply. So if you think about it from this perspective, NGN is favorable. NGN should make you feel better instead of scared of the NCLEX. At the heart, you are supposed to be making decision in 6 steps: recognizing cues, that is finding and identifying abnormal findings in labs, vitals, history, assessment. You should be able to analyze cues to determine what those findings mean. You should be able to prioritize hypotheses. So identify which condition is most dangerous at the time. You should be able to generate solutions. What intervention can address this priority problem? You need to take action. What should you do? And then you need to evaluate your outcome. Did your intervention work? NGN case studies walk through these steps sequentially. You likely receive patient history, assessment findings, labs, provider notes, medication records. All of this is supposed to give you consistent context to help you decide on what the safest methods or the safest actions to take to protect your client. So this time around, 10,000 facts will not save you. You need to be able to identify instability, prioritize, and prevent complications. And this is why cramming and learning so many facts will no longer help you succeed with the NCLEX. You need to understand how NGN works. You need to understand the clinical judgment model. You need to, by spotting any question, you can immediately identify what is abnormal, what is trending worse, what contradicts safety, what to rank, and how to justify your ranking. So the new method to passing NCLEX is, how do you become a safe nurse? And at VPNG NCLEX Academy, we train this by pattern recognition. We teach you what recurs in question banks, what tricks are commonly recurring, what tips you can use to select the best answers even when you're unsure. We teach you to prioritize, we teach you safety, we teach you clinical reasoning. So pass NCLEX the first time. Take advantage of a program like ours that is built with question banks rather than an abundance of redundant theory. Join us for $20 to $40 per month. Get 247 support from our experts who will always provide question banks to reinforce your learning. So click the link in our description box and hopefully see you at the next lecture. The goal is 100% NCLEX candidate success, and at VPNG you sure will achieve it. Thank you.